What's up, guys? We are in the crazy garage today. Haven't done a moto video in a minute, and we got a couple upgrades for the Ducati. So let's get started. So we're here in the Husky box. Got our parts that we are going to be installing on the Ducati today. So what we have today is we have the new Rage Cycles mirror blocks off with the integrated LEDs. So that's gonna really clean up the look of the front of the bike, and gonna, add our safety functions that we need to have to indicate to people which way we're turning. So when I bought the bike, it had one of the nuts missing from the rear sprocket. I mean, it had one of the nuts missing when I bought it, so I always knew I was going to do these, and these finally came. So here we have the Driven Racing rear sprocket nuts. Really nice fasteners. They have everything, laser etched in there. Got the torque spec, the grade of the aluminum. Super cool stuff. So this is what we're going to be installing today. I have a bunch more stuff on the way, but for whatever reason for this bike, things want to ship in weeks instead of the usual 3 to 5 days I'm used to for eBay. So I mean, I guess parts are a little bit more rare for this bike, but seems like these took a week to ship. So I was kind of not really used to that. These took longer than that. These took a week and 4 days or 5 days or something like that, but they got here and they're all in one piece, looking good. So we're going to do these first. So it looks like they have all the hardware we need with them, and it looks like that is going to be a Torx head. It might be an Allen head. I was looking at it through the camera. Okay, no, it's definitely Torx. So I'm gonna go ahead and just real quick grab all the tools I need. So grab all that stuff. As you can tell, I used to be an automotive technician, which is why I have all of these tools. Alright, I'll grab the tools, get right to it. So we got everything we need. For the stock Ducati sprocket nuts, it takes a 12.14, so I got that right here. The new Rage flush mount turn signals are going to be taking a T9 for the bolts, and a 1/4 inch socket for the nylock nut fasteners. In addition to the 12.14 for the Driven Racing sockets, you're going to want to have a plastic bag and a 14mm socket, regular 6-point, and we're going to be slipping our bag over the fasteners, just so that we don't damage them, because these were $50 for 6 nuts. So want to take our time and protect the finish. So we're going to go ahead and start on the turn signals first. Let's get to it. So I bought this bike used. I am not the first owner of this bike, and it seems that somebody snipped off the connector on this side, where on this side we still have the stock connector, and these were designed to be plug and play. But now that that's been snipped, we're gonna have to do some wiring, which is slightly annoying, but I have everything I need to do it clean and properly with heat shrink and solder the joint. So it'll look clean, but we won't be, if we ever need to service it, we'll unfortunately have to cut it instead of being able to just unplug the connector. So these ones are going to slide in through this inlet here. I'll actually pull this back through here, but just to give you guys an idea of how it's going to go, it's going to sit like that. To be honest, I really wish they didn't have this foam backing. This foam just seems cheap and kind of just stuck on there. But maybe once it's bolted down, it'll make more sense. That's what I'm hoping, at least. All right. pull this one through. As you can see, the previous owner of the bike is missing a lot of these, a lot of the bolts and just like miscellaneous stuff. It seems like they tried to do a lot of the service on this thing and didn't do it properly. Pretty soon we'll be doing a, you know, just standard service, oil change and all that. I have all the software and the connectors I need to actually hook up the bike's diagnostic port. So we'll be able to, you know, clear the service light and just do everything properly. Which is something that was really drilled into me by the guys I worked with at as an automotive technician, is do the job properly or don't do it at all. So, okay. Started to route the new signal through the hole. It's kind of hard trying to film this with one pan. Maybe I have to get my tripod set up, but we're just gonna wing it. So, I mean, I guess the foam is okay. It'll prevent rattling for sure, but I don't know, I just don't like it. Okay, I've just finangled a tripod. So now I'm gonna go get my fastener and my tools for it. So the previous owner, clearly, it's like, not, I guess you can't really say it's like missing bolts. I mean, it is, but those bolts were clearly from the mirror that they unbolted. I don't think that washer that they gave you was long enough. Grab a quarter inch. Alright guys, so instead of that socket, I just grabbed a 1/4 inch wrench. Just, you know. If you want to do it with a socket, you might be able to tighten it a little faster, but either one will work, and it's really just personal preference. Alrighty, number one is in. You will now grab the other one, which is right here. Start the same process. Pulling away the fairing from the windscreen will give us enough separation to slide that wiring. I guess you could call that a mini harness. I mean, okay. Now that it's in place, we can do the same thing. Grab our nut, our bolts, one of my own washers, just to really make sure that it's properly going to hold. 1/4 inch ratchet to hold the nut. Make sure we kind of have this, you know, we'll snug it and then kind of position this a little bit better. It really is kind of odd that it only has one fastener holding it. So that position looks best. I'm gonna go ahead and crank this joint down. Again, this thing's due for another bath. Been rotting it quite a good bit, haven't really finished it. Okay, so this is the one that we're gonna have to do some finagling on. I'm gonna, man, New Rage Cycles did such a good job on these. I mean, man, it's got a wiring, a braided loom, a braided nylon loom, a braided nylon loom. Say that 5 times fast. And it goes into the heat shrink, which is shrinked around the loom so the loom can't pull and slide. And then it's protecting these wires into this little connector. I think as much as I want this to work right now, I think I'm going to see if I can order that connector and then I can just splice that into the old one so that both of them can have a connector. But there you go, you see that side? I really like the look. Super cool. The LED is actually quite bright, and I'm directly under a very, very bright LED right above me here. And I mean, it shows up no problem, bright as day. And that just, you know, that install is just so clean. I think I'm gonna try to order this connector so I don't have to just wire it directly to this and then cut the connector off. So this one, unfortunately, is probably gonna have to wait another week to work. But right now, that's, I mean, you know, it's just a matter of getting that connector and wiring it. I mean, I've done that a billion times. So now you get what what those are for. Super cleans up. This bike's gonna have one bar and mirror, most likely on this side. I do like having mirrors, but on this bike, it's just, they just ruin the look of the bike. And I mean, usually when you're on a bike like this, you don't really have to look behind you too much. So, it's gonna get one though, just so you know, make sure people aren't running up behind me at stoplights and stuff. So, that confirmed works. Very nice product, super easy to install, good hardware, quality hardware. I'm excited to get the other one going. I just got to order that connector. Most likely I'll have to order that from Ducati, but hopefully somebody will have it. All right, on to the next one. Sprocket nuts. Okay guys, so we are now working on removing the sprocket nuts because my issue is I was missing one when I bought the bike here. So we are going to be removing them one at a time from this position and installing the new ones. We're gonna go take this one off, back the bike up so that the one that is located here on the other side is here, so that we can do them in a crisscross pattern to ensure that we don't pop the sprocket off of the hub, and make sure that we can install it as evenly as possible while it's on the bike. I'm going to snug it up to this with this ratchet, and then we will be eventually torquing them all down to the 29 foot-pounds specified on the fasteners themselves. Let's get to it. Okay, so unfortunately my phone had a 10% low battery warning while I did the first one and was talking and all that. So basically what I was saying is the one that I've already done is now sitting here. I've moved the bike's in neutral, so that the sprocket and the chain would rotate so that we can remove them and install the new ones in a crisscross pattern so we don't like warp the sprocket or pop it off of this hub and then seat it weird. This is the same process as if you would go to torque down a wheel onto a passenger vehicle. You want to always do it in a crisscross pattern so that you don't warp or do anything weird. Say what's up to the rotary engine on the stand from the Mazda RX-8. For those of you that know, I got a 2009 Mazda RX-8 project car that will hopefully be LS swapped relatively soon. Alrighty. Now, my makeshift tripod. Gotta go get my... Oh, another thing I was saying is that I was incorrect. I just assumed that because the stock ones were 14 millimeter, that the driven racing sprocket nuts, thank God for that padding, but I was wrong. I assumed that because the stock ones were a 14, these two would be a 14. These are actually a 17 millimeter. So I have my impact here. We are gonna gently pull off the old ones with that on the lowest clutch setting, just to, be careful and not just zip it off completely. Okay, here is a stock 12 point Ducati sprocket nut fastener. Pretty nice for stock. It's cool to see some 12 point stuff, just a little bit more precise, Here's a driven racing. You can see the difference. The anodization's a really nice touch, and it just looks super nice on there. I'm probably wasting my time doing this now just because I am going to be doing a chain and sprocket here very soon. But this chain is still within the factory spec. The chain stretch is within spec. Downloaded the service manual the other night, so, Now I got my 17 mil socket with my plastic bag to protect my driven racing fastener. I'm looking closely at the relation of the sprocket to the hub to see if it moves at all and if it's come off of that. This is a side where the other one was missing. So it's relatively close to that. It's like 2 over. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead, pick up the bike, move it forward, and then we're gonna go the one that's sitting up here because it's next to this one, and just continue in that crisscross pattern. So. Okay. Okay guys, so I have my 2 that I've pulled off so far. So we got 4 more to go. Well, technically 3 because one's missing. Now I'm gonna grab my impact. Okay, threads are looking great, surprisingly. I found some threads on this bike that were pretty stripped out by the previous owner. I'm definitely gonna have to replace the kickstand and do some magic or some Healy coils or something. Okay, so now again, rolling the bike back. Alright, so back on this. Take the impact. And you know, it kind of, I can see the sprocket moving a relatively significant amount when I undo the old fasteners. So doing it this way is definitely extremely important. You could definitely like cockeye it or move it. And see that, see right there? See right there, that's why we use the bag, to protect the fastener. You spend $50 on, you know, 6 bolts. Why wouldn't you spend another penny to keep them looking nice? And that's why we use the bag. Beautiful. All right. So we're back by our other one here. So we got 2 more. One was missing. So I believe our next one is, we just did this one. So there's our one that's missing. So our other one's on the other side. Alrighty, so here is our, I believe our final one. I mean, I'm obviously gonna rotate it all the way, but apparently the Driven Racing kit comes with an extra one, which I will have to double check. I mean, we're gonna torque these down. So now let me roll it backwards. Okay, wow, all right, so that's 5. Okay, now the most important time, and that would be torque time. Woo, torque time, yeah, torque time. On gang, torque time is busting. All right. So, right here I have my digital Matco torque buoy. It, you know, has 12 different settings. I can set it to Newton meters or foot-pounds, and it's really, really accurate. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this thing to 29 foot-pounds. So that's 33. So we'll go ahead and drop this one down to 29 because it's already on the right unit. It's been a while since I used this thing. I'm surprised I remembered how to do it so quick. Okay, so this is peak hold mode. So if I like put torque on it, it'll stay and let me know. It's also gonna be, I'm gonna go ahead and put this, oh shit, can you stay on? Nice, stay on, beautiful. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the ratchet, and it's gonna let me know when I'm at 29 foot-pounds. All right, so that one's good. All right, that one moved. All righty. Alrighty. 1, 2, 3, okay. When in doubt, check it. Alrighty. Set up, Johnny's are torqued to spec. It is Looking good. Nothing like shiny new parts. It will look even better when I get the new chain and sprocket. Gold chain, the sprocket's got a little extra sauce. Flush mount turn johnnies. Looking crispy. Super cool. This thing needs to be detailed very soon, which I will take care of for sure. Gang gang. So those are the upgrades for today for the Duke. Venom is getting a new headlight upgrade as well as some rewiring. Instead of these shitty old hand controls, I have actually wired this in. It's pretty cool. Hidden ignition, bottom push button start. So that'll be cool. From this one switch control here, I'm gonna have everything, turn signals, highs, lows, and then the horn. So that'll be super cool. Stay tuned for that. Venom's getting this headlight, which is going to be the same headlight on Project 1. Project 1 just got the swing arm dropped off at Jake at Fastlane Powder, who did such a phenomenal job on these wheels, man. Just like freaking such. I mean, they're dusty. Dope. Like, that's not him, obviously. That's me leaving them in the freaking garage. But I mean, dude, just such a good job. If you need powder coating, be sure to check out Fastlane Powder. So dropped off the swing arm, and then we're gonna be this frame is actually gonna get repowdered. This is paint right now. I need to strip it and send it down to him. But Project 1 will be getting built this winter. So I'm excited for that. Be sure to like and subscribe if you guys want to see the moto stuff too. So now it's time to put away the tools and call it a night. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content on the Duke, more content on the CBRs, more OCD frickin' tool content. I have a lot of stuff on the way for the Duke. Well, not like a lot, but enough that it's exciting to me. So be sure to check that out, guys. It's gonna be an awesome project. Like, so much fun, stupid fast, good old time to ride, and I look forward to sharing that experience with you guys. So if you like the content, be sure to like and subscribe. If you want to support any of the builds, guys, we actually have build support products on the CRZYProject.com website, and that will really help me kind of know what you guys want to see. And you could do anything from, you know, $1 like all the way up to like 10 grand if you wanted to sponsor the whole build, which would be awesome, but highly unlikely, I'm imagining. So yeah, guys, if you like some of the builds and you like the way they're progressing and you want to give $5-10 to see one of them before the other, that's certainly a way that would like kind of let me know what you guys want to see. So if you're interested in that, be sure to check out the Crazy World website and the product support products. I believe they're under just the Crazy Moto, maybe in the collections area. I'll show you at the end of this video. But thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have an awesome night. Hope you find something that lights your soul on fire and gets you going. Until next time, stay crazy. Hey everybody, just wanted to say thanks for watching the video. Today we did a bunch of great cosmetic mods to the Ducati, as well as some functional stuff that goes along with the upgrade in appearance. If you like this content, you can go to CRZYProject.com and purchase any sort of support packages for any of the builds that are featured on the channel. From the RX-8 to either one of the CBRs, to the truck, to the Audi, to the Ducati, you can get a purchase package for any one of those vehicles if you want to see more content made. Anywhere from $1 all the way up to whatever you want. We have some brand new merch designs dropping this week, so be sure to check out the Crazy World apparel sites. I wanted to take a second to thank you guys for your orders. They mean the world to me. It's super cool, and every dollar that's spent on the website goes right back into the channel. So thanks again for you guys' support. Until next time, stay crazy.